Newswatch, the 5 o'clock show with Teresa Kashuba and Michelle Ferreri.
I'll have some of that shrimp and swordfish. No, I don't know what that is over there. Some tuna. Yes. Oh, and I'll take one of those cakes. Yes. Hi, everyone. Welcome to the 5 o'clock show. Isn't this something to see? Let'sBuildADollhouse.com, a website by a local woman, Jennifer Brooks. She's been doing this for about 12 years. We're going to go upstairs and see the dollhouse that sort of started it all. And it's like a dollhouse you've never seen before. In fact, you won't even find any dolls inside of it. Her theory is as soon as you put a doll in a dollhouse, it takes away that real look of it. And so right she is. If you check out our Facebook page, you'll see some of the pictures that I've posted and how real it looks. When you don't have any size to compare it to, you really get a sense of how realistic and how lifelike all of these miniatures are, and the work that goes into this. That's what we're going to talk about today. Her passion, her hobby, and her online tutorials that she offers for people who are interested in miniatures just as she is. Also on the show today, we have renovation time with Vance. He's doing a reno of his own in an ensuite bathroom. It looks beautiful. And what's in bloom? Roger Hill has got the flower of the season. 'Tis the flower of love, the rose, all in support of Valentine's Day. So, and it's Thursday, of course, so celebration shout-outs are also lined up for today. So we're going to get upstairs, check out the dollhouse that will blow your mind. It is something special. So stay with us. First, let's see what's lining up with Newswatch first. Look up. Look way up. Yes, we are on our way to the dollhouse. I'm going to go over first, go in the back door, so I can open the big red doors for you to come in. Okay, we'll see if Rusty's there, maybe Jerome. It's going to be a lot of fun. Okay, no, it's not. We're not going to go to the castle. We're going to go to Jennifer Brooks' dollhouse. Jennifer, thank you so much for letting us into your home today and showing us your talent, your hobby. This is your first piece that you did, and it is your beautiful, beautiful dollhouse. So we're going to do the big reveal.
Open it up.
So when did you start this dollhouse?
I think it was 1984 or 5. I'm not absolutely sure.
And why?
Because I always wanted one. Just always wanted one.
Do I have that right?
I think you should go a little bit further this way.
How about that? There?
There. And you'll have to hold that door. There we go.
Wow.
There's the dollhouse.
I've already seen it, so my first reaction, and I continue to have the reaction, is, wow. It's just beyond my comprehension of how you work in such small, little, tiny things. Did you make all of this that we're looking at?
I made a lot of it. I made a lot of the furniture and a lot of the smaller pieces, but I buy a lot too.
There are no dolls in the dollhouse. I said all these children are unattended, Jennifer.
They're imaginary dolls.
Who's taking care of them?
They have an imaginary nanny.
Oh, but she's not home right now.
I guess not.
She went to the market.
Yes, she must have.
We'll go see the market in a moment, which is also phenomenal.
Yeah, she's shopping at the market.
So, how long did it take you to do this?
Well, you don't do this kind of thing all at once. I had it sitting with I had no front for a long time, and I had all the rooms, but I didn't have furniture in all the rooms. It's just like your own house. You just do it when you can afford it, and you change your mind.
I think what mustn't be confused here is this is a dollhouse, and a lot of people associate a dollhouse with a child's toy. This is not a child's toy.
No, I don't let children play with this too much, but it is an adult hobby.
So you put tutorials on. There's a real online presence of miniatures, I'm assuming?
There's a huge online presence of miniatures, and it seems to be getting bigger. Yeah, this I made, and the little cushions actually. A few little cushions with sand rather than polyester, and then they will sit better. There's all kinds of little tricks.
So what is this made out of?
Just wood and cardboard and fabric.
In the bedroom, you have pictures of real people.
Yes. This lady on the back wall, and there's a photograph here too. She's my grandmother, my mother's mother. She died very young, so she sort of remains in my memory. Very beautiful woman.
This is my favorite room.
Yeah.
Look at the Christmas decorations and everything. They're just like my house. They're not even in the box and closed up. They're just thrown in there.
Yeah.
We'll get to that next year. Yeah, we'll organize that later. And there's even skeletons in the closet?
There is just one. There's
Just
a
one
skeleton
skeleton.
in the closet, yes.
All right, we're gonna go downstairs. You've created a village, and she has one store that just says Michelle Ferreri all over it. Is Rusty and Jerome gonna show up, or?
I don't know. They said they were coming, but you never know with those guys.
I don't know where they are. All right, we'll keep looking. The 5 o'clock show continues in the home of Jennifer Brooks.
Hi.
Extraordinary, extraordinary talent. So one of your specialties, we were upstairs seeing the dollhouse earlier, but these are people that you make. Little.
If you hold them by the middle, you can't really hurt them at all. This one is supposed to be Scrooge.
How long did it take you to make him?
It takes me close to a week. Do you want to see how they're done?
I would love to see it.
Okay, we start out just with wire, and I use Sculpey clay. It's a polymer clay, but there's Fimo and there's other brands too. I like this one just because it's just a little softer. And what I do is make a little wire armature.
That would be about as far as I could get right there, Jennifer.
That's the part I don't really enjoy doing, but it has to be done.
Looks like we're going to do surgery on him here.
And then I just start sculpting. This is my favorite tool. I'm lost without it. And then
Period.
I do use like darning needles, or I think they call them something else. I can't remember what. And I do have dental tools. You can buy dental tools for this hobby. The nicest thing about this kind of clay is that I always sculpt the head first. So I sculpt the head, and then you just cure it in your own oven at about 225 for about 15 or 20 minutes.
Bake it.
And then I can do one of the hands. And then I will put that in the oven and harden it before I go any further. And it doesn't matter how many times you put them in the oven. Actually, it's good for them because they get harder and harder.
And your cat helps you?
A cat helps me a lot. He
Yeah.
likes to.
Thank you, Simon. Simon's going to help.
I take some Kapok and make him a body, put it in pantyhose, and it's a lot of stitching actually just to get the shape
There's
of
no
the
clay
body.
in his body there.
No, I have done them like that if I want them bare-chested. But
Who's he going to be? He looks like our cameraman, Kevin.
I don't think so. He's looking down a bit because he's going to be a clockmaker.
Make all of those little cakes and breads and
All of that, all of that, yeah. All the pies.
Honestly, it rarely happens, but I am at a loss for words. 19 cents a pound.
Yeah, that's more
better.
like it.
I want to shop at this grocery store. That's great. Are these still considered miniatures,
Yep.
Jennifer?
Yep.
So these
For
are
sure.
still your miniatures, and how long have you been doing these guys?
I started these about 10 years ago, about 10 or 12 years ago now, I guess. And the way I started was I saw someone had built a wizard, made a wizard. On the internet I saw this and I thought, gee, I'd like to try that. And I really didn't think I could make the head, and I thought, well, that's okay because I'll make this big long beard and a big cowl hood. But I made the wizard head, and it turned out pretty good. So then I made a few more heads. And then I had all these heads with no bodies, and so then I actually learned how to do it properly and started making these, and I really needed a venue for them, and that's where I came up with the miniature mark.
Can I ask you how old you are?
68.
The reason I ask you that is because I'm inspired by your online involvement and how online and working the web has given you a feeling or a sense of legit in your hobby.
Exactly, yeah. I always thought it was like kind of a childish hobby to have, but there are a lot of adults that have this hobby, and there are adults that, I know one particular guy that builds these dolls, and he gets about 1,500, 12 to 1,500 just for one.
Can you please let me go shopping at Fairy Feet Shoes, Jennifer?
Here we go. Do you have fairy feet?
I definitely do not have fairy feet. I have more like friendly giant feet. So I don't know that any of these shoes are going to fit me, but boy, do I like them. So tell us a little bit about these and how you come to make these.
These are called room boxes. I buy the box and the building. I get it from Victoria, BC. And because I just can't make them this well myself, and I love the way they do the windows and the pillars and everything. But really, they're just a box, and it's what you do with it. This is my
So then
lingerie shop.
You've decorated the floor, the walls.
Yeah, I print the floor and the wallpapers all on Photoshop.
You dressed that.
Well, not really, because all I did was put some glue on it and then rolled it in some what is that stuff? Flocking. That.
You should have been a surgeon.
Yeah,
To work
right.
in something that small.
That's
incredible.
I don't like the sight of blood though, so that would never work for me.
Do you know what I said to Jennifer? I said, you must have the most patience in the world. You know what she said to me? I don't like filling out forms. Now I've got to decide between the shoes and the hats.
You haven't seen the bake shop yet.
Oh dear, let's move down to the bake shop. I'd like an Eccles cake. Do you have any Eccles cake?
No, I don't, but I know what they are, and I should have made some.
You should have. You should have known I was coming.